Hi, welcome back to Dot Twang. I'm Dave, 12 bar blues in C. All right, a lot of folks have come over here and joined on the Patreon side in the last week or two, so welcome. Thank you so much for the support. And if you're used to the YouTube channel, um, then you know that we do, you know, you know, a lot of different things on the channel, right? Right now we're on this kind of cluster of blues videos because sometimes it makes sense to stick with something for a few weeks or for a few lessons and, really get comfortable with it. Okay, so that's what we're doing. Today will probably be kind of a wrap on this latest grouping of this C blues thing. The last few videos have all been dealing with the C7 as the one chord. All right, so today I'm not going to stop and talk about where all these arpeggios and stuff are as much because we've been doing that for a couple of weeks. But if you don't recognize this stuff, don't get discouraged. Say something in the comments, and I'll help you find videos that would kind of scaffold you up to what we're doing today. Okay. So let's get this going. I got a loop here. It's not real fast, the tempo, but it is like an upbeat shuffle, I guess. Doesn't mean we have to play really fast, though. So we're going to warm up with just some triads and arpeggios for the three chords in this 12-bar blues in C. So see, that warming up starts to turn into something pretty quick, right? Once you get comfortable, you get a little bit of swing going. Notice how I'm playing it kind of straight, but you can, by swing, we mean like rather than, right? Dum da dum da dum da dum. Okay, so the other thing that starts happening right away is, and you can warm up on just like, say, the blues scale. So let's do that for just a second, and then I'll let it kind of drift together, the arpeggios and the blues scale, the minor pentatonic scale in C. Okay, I accidentally erased my loop just now, so here's an example of making the loop. Minor pentatonic. Got to be a little more creative when you're just using that minor pentatonic, right? You got to really dig in. So now I'll play it and I'll put in some of the arpeggios that include the major third and stuff for each one of the chords. Okay, so that's a mixture of the C7 arpeggio in this position and the minor pentatonic of C. Now I'm going to move down to this shape. And to me, this shape lends itself very well to more of a major pentatonic scale. Interesting. One thing that happened in there was when it went to the, because I'm switching to an F9, a 4 chord in measure 2, you want to address that. I didn't do it. I ended up playing like an A7 arpeggio when it went up to the, and it got caught playing kind of a weird. I ended up on the, and so to be more careful and mindful of it, I would want to go. Right. That's just a good, I don't know if your ear caught it, but that happens, you just, because sometimes you don't go up to that chord in measure 2, you just play 4 bars of the 1 chord, whatever. No big deal. If you're using the minor pentatonic, it's taken care of, right? Because it doesn't have that note that clashes with the F9. Don't worry about all that too much. So, but you see what I'm saying about this position? I love that. See how that, when it went to the 4, I went to this kind of shape. And back up into this position. So you might not be as, you might find out that you're not as smooth around in this area as you're used to playing up in this shape, right? But you want to get that involved. One of the really cool things that happens down in here is when you bend this, you can either bend it to where it meets that, where it becomes that major third of the C, the E, the note is E, but it can also be bent to where you hit that. So this time I'll address the 1 and the 4 chords just by making that adjustment. Check this out. Okay, so that's, you go off to the side and just investigate that. Let your ear, you'll hear it. And you get into that kind of like, Johnny Cash country blues type of those kinds of lines that use that minor pentatonic bass line all the time. That stuff's cool to put in with your other more legato and kind of minor blues scale sounding stuff, right? And it really helps you move through these different shapes. So we've done, right? So far we've talked about how this one cooperates really well with the minor. The second half of that I played more of an arpeggio with major thirds in it. move down. See, just being able to use those two positions well will is an exponent on the things that are going to just come out expressively. Then you can also get down in here. A lot of times we sort of, relegate this shape to the 4 and the 5 chord, because a lot of times we start off, on the guitar, where the 1 chord's like rooted on the 6th string, and then we move up. That works really well. But we also want to utilize this shaping down here for your 1 chord, right? See that? That's putting it all together, okay? And when you do this, go at a pace that makes sense. Don't just try to play. Do whatever you want as far as if you're into it, just let it all hang out, But put a little spacing in there and just kind of stick with those concepts. You'll surprise yourself. Here's a little bit to take you out, and then have fun with this. Hope it works out for you. Thanks again to the new supporters, and let me know how this goes for you. See you next time.